What's going on, champ? I seen you at the fights. I see some interviews of you in the fights.
Yeah, man, I was. Yeah. I gave my word. I definitely gave my word.
I like it that you went against the grain again and you hit. I don't know if you put money on the fight. I hope you did because your prediction was pretty much spot on the fight. What's your reaction on the fight?
I mean, it was to be expected, honestly. What you mean by when you say went against the grain, though?
I
Because
feel like the more the people were going against Ryan in this fight, I feel like the majority of the people were going against with Haney in this fight. Vegas odds was 900 to 100. I mean, I guess Ryan said that he put 2 million down on himself and made 12 million. That's what I mean by against the grain.
okay, as far as stats and numbers, okay. Well, when you say when it gets the grain, honestly, I had multiple interviews. You'll see my last interview. I picked Devin Haney, honestly, because I'm like, a lot of people rooting for the brother. This aspect, you know what I mean? So let me give him a benefit without a doubt type of thing. And I said, like, I give it to Devin Haney. He got the skills to pull it off. But realistically, I knew the fight was gonna go the way that it went. Because, like I said, styles make fights. And especially when you just got a person that just have a certain mentality when they fighting, when they competing. Devin Haney, he always had the same mentality. You know, he try to box you, outbox a person. He's never had the mentality that I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna knock him out, slam him out, or I'm gonna hurt him, make him quit. It was always I'm gonna be sharp, I'm gonna be poised, and I'm gonna box him. I'm gonna give him a boxing lesson. Ryan Garcia didn't care about none of that. I knew he was going crazy like that. He like, man, look, I know Devin Haney gonna box me. They already fought a couple of times in the amateurs. So as far as him being accustomed to how Devin fight, he already kind of like knew how Devin fight. You know, at that point, it was just I'm about to impose my will. I told everybody that he gonna come in. He came in bigger, and I think he using that as a tactic. So when he rehydrate, he can just be the bigger guy, and he just gonna push Devin around. That's exactly what he did. And I said, honestly, if he come out in the beginning rounds, like how he came out with Tank, he gonna get Devin. He might knock him out. I say round 9 or 10, and I'll be down. That's how the fight went. A lot of people underestimate Ryan Garcia pop. He got speed and he got a little bit of punch power. And his hook though, his hook is his bread and butter. Like if he had a better life on what hand he had knocked somebody out with, it'd be his hook. He believe in that hook.
And he found a home for it that night.
Man, man, I'm telling you, I'm telling you.
So round one comes. He starts early, lands the first hook. What's going through your mind?
That was to be expected.
Do you think the tactics of outside of the ring gave Devin Haney kind of threw him off a game plan, or do you feel like that was the game plan throughout the whole time was just to kind of really impose his will?
I think that was automatically going to be the game plan for Ryan Garcia. As far as Devin Haney being mentally tough for all of the trickery that was going on by Ryan Garcia, I think, man, in this sport, you got to be mentally tough. You got people that come during the weigh-in and they bring in like jokes, they bring in disrespectful remarks. They pushing you, and all of these are like mental games. You know what I mean? It's building the hype up around the fight, but it's also serves another purpose. Like, all right, I'm about to get into his head. If he react off of this, I know come fight time he gonna be frustrated. He ain't gonna be on the same mental focus type level come fight night. He gonna be angry. I'm gonna make him overcommit. I'm gonna make him kind of like this, be frustrated the whole night. and I'm gonna use that frustration to my advantage. A lot of fighters do that. I feel like that's what Ryan Garcia was banking on. But outside of that, definitely he was gonna apply pressure and be a bully. He
Hmm.
the bully. That was his real game plan. Like, I'm about to be a bully. Keep my hands tight, and I'm faster than you. I know you're gonna try to box me, but I'm not worried about dealing with a boxer. I'm also worried about a person that punches hard. Ryan Garcia got hurt multiple times with multiple competitors. And it wasn't because it was boxing, it's because they was applying pressure to him. And like I said, styles make fights. He knew that Devin Haney wasn't going to meet him in the middle of the ring. Even in the press conference, he said that. You're not going to meet me in the middle of the ring,
Antagonizing them.
right? Antagonizing him.
So, at the end of the day, as far as a rematch is concerned, obviously Bill Haney's been speaking upon that, and obviously a catch weight seems like it's going to be if it was to happen. If it's an even playing field as far as the weigh-in is concerned, do you see the fight going any different?
That's up to the fighter. I can't think for another person. I
All right.
can't.
Well, we as boxing heads, we seen that Ryan made a whole bunch of mistakes while taking this win. Correct.
Definitely, he still have a tendency of keeping his hand down while he's firing. A good professional, they have a sense of defensive discipline, as well as simultaneously being on offense.
And turning his back.
I mean, turning his back, that's another thing. That's another thing. But I think that's because he's safeguarded, knowing that it's a referee that's going to make calls. So he do that as well as using those type of tricks for a tactic. Like, I know he can't rabbit punch me. Okay, we're gonna break reset. It's almost like when you get hurt with a punch. When you get hurt with a punch, a lot of times a smart athlete, they will grab, they slide in and grab, hold, so they can get their burns right until the referee say break. You know what I mean? That's a tactic to kind of like, okay, get your foundation back up under you, get your legs back. Right now, you're a little hurt, you're a little woozy upstairs. Grab, hold, be smart. You don't gotta just shoot out, throw all these punches while this guy's wealthy. Healthy physically. He's not hurt. I'm the one that's hurt. I'm buzzed. I really can't feel my legs. I'm wobbly a little bit. The smart thing to do would be to grab, and let the referee break. That's a tactic. I think Ryan Garcia used that. It's an old school tactic.
Obviously, he gets knocked down, 3 times. I mean, people are saying that, I talked to Ryan's dad. He thinks that the people were trying to rob him and rob Ryan that night. What would you have to say about that?
Mm, I don't know. Now you're talking politics.
Um, I think what you call it. Bernard Hopkins said, we talk about black on black crime, but this was black on black help. He was saying. Do you think that the referee was necessarily helping, Devin Haney out by any means? I guess they didn't give him a warning. I guess one of the counts were a little longer. What would you say?
I mean, take into consideration that it's a championship fight. It's a championship fight. Ryan, he would have had the belt if he didn't come in overweight. Also, breach of contract still doesn't take away the level of the fight. It's still a championship fight. Devin Haney had the belt. The belt was on the line. No longer is on the line because Ryan came in overweight. And when you're dealing with championship fights, you want to get the best out of it. I think the referee was trying to allow the fight to go on longer, you know, versus stopping it prematurely. y'all gonna be champs. We're gonna make sure that the best man win, and we really want that type of outcome. We want that type of judgment. We want that type of activity. We don't want no boys and girls club, uh, uh, um, chitlin circuit type of show. We want to give a show. This is supposed to be the best versus the best, or the best defending his title against the top contender or the next best. You know what I mean? I think the referee did a good job. In some cases, if you want to be a fan of the sport outside looking in, I guess you can say that the whole rabbit punching and stuff like that really wasn't rabbit punching. It was the kidney shots. You know, we call it working your free hand. Ryan was holding one hand, Devin Haney was working the other hand that was free. Work your free hand. That's what happened. You
Yeah,
know,
that's definitely a Bernard Hopkins tactic as well, right there. Working your free hand while you're clinching. Yeah, that's true.
as good.